Hi guys, I wanted to share some information about college. I'm sharing some stuff about me and what my experience was in college. So I went to a school in South Carolina, Anderson University, and I received a golf scholarship there. So first I wanted to show you just a little bit about what it is. This is the home page that anyone can go to. My college was a Baptist school, small Baptist school. They're just now getting a football team after being open since 1911. So it's been many, many years, but they're just now getting a football team and now growing. There's many different colleges that you can attend and graduate from. Here's just a quick video. Okay, I'll pause it there. If you want to check it out, you can check it out yourself. So I chose to go here because one, it was a small school. I didn't want to go to a giant school like A&M or UT. I thought that would be too big for me. Second reason was my faith, and we don't need to get into that, but I wanted something that was more faith-based, and going towards that way. But then I also got a golf scholarship. So they had a small golf team. It was something that I knew I could get on and play for. So I chose to go here and receive that scholarship to play for 4 years. A scholarship means that they gave me money to play there. I don't know, there's the golf team right there. I don't want to discuss how much money they gave me, but they paid for my school. So when you go to a 4-year school, you have to pay for it. It's not free, I wish, but it's not free. So each college is a certain amount. Let's just say $10,000. Now, most schools are actually more than that. Bigger schools are more than that. Smaller schools are more attainable, I believe. Just depends on kind of where you want to go. So my school is, let's say, $10,000, and my golf scholarship paid for $2,000 of that. So that means that I would have to pay the other $8,000. Now you can pay that with different things like financial aid, you can pay it with grants, and you can pay it with more scholarships. Now, I'll talk about grants versus scholarships in a minute, but let me show off some more of my school here first. So I chose to do the College of Education, but looking here, you can see that there are different colleges you can go into. So under the big umbrella of Anderson, you can do the arts, which is drama, music. You can do arts and sciences, which is more like nurses, also chemistry, business, Christian studies, so if you wanted to be a pastor, something like that, public service and admin, interior design, health professions, education, and cybersecurity. So they've really upped it. Since I went, there were only a couple of these colleges, not so many. So they've added a whole bunch to it, and each school has different aspects. This school is really good with interior design and education. Those were their big houses, and now since they've grown, they've also added in nursing and everything else you see here. So if I wanted to do that, I started actually as an interior design major, which means all of my classes are geared towards me becoming an interior designer. Now, of course, you still have other classes, like I still had to take math. With this being a Christian school, I had to take faith classes. I had to take computer classes, basic classes, but then I also had to take classes that are geared only towards interior design. But after a year of that, I chose to go into education. So then all my classes there were chosen and geared towards becoming a teacher. So here is all of the things that it opens up to you, what you have to do. It gives you the step-by-step. If you want to go further than just getting a degree, a BA, bachelor's, you can go and get your master's in all of these things as well. But that's a kind of further step. So this was geared towards a 4-year degree for me to become a teacher. With being athletics, like I said, I was able to get a small scholarship to help pay for my school, but then there's a difference between scholarships, grants, and loans, so I wanted to show you that quickly. So a scholarship is a money-based award specifically designed for education-related expenses. So it will pay for the school, it will pay for your books, your living, things like that. It goes towards something to pay off somebody else. It can be based on merit, so that means your grades, talent, which would be golf, or also, that was grades. Merit is something you work towards. You earned it towards working off something. A grant is a gift awarded based on financial needs. So if you are in need of a grant, we did a federal grant. A lot of people do those when you go to college. You sign up for financial aid is what it's called, and the government helps pay off your school. Now you have to pay them back, but it's something that it helps pay for the school right then and there, and then you can pay it back after you graduate. So they help you figure out how to pay stuff back. A lot of kids do this. When you go to college, you get that grant or that financial aid, and then after you get a job, you start paying it back slowly so you can pay off what you borrowed. A loan is something the same. You're borrowing with the expectation that you'll pay it back. You can borrow from the government, banks, you can have a cosigner, your parents can help pay, things like that. So there are other ways. Some people think that you can never go to college, it's really expensive, and that could be it for some people, but there are so many opportunities. You can have grants for writing a big paper or scholarships for being a good artist. So there's so many different things that can help with you understanding and you going further with your education career to becoming what you want to be when you grow up. So with that, I was able to become a teacher, and then I moved back home after and started teaching here in Texas, and it's been great ever since. This is my 7th year teaching, and hopefully it'll continue, right, and won't be online. I miss you guys so terribly. I became a teacher because I liked working with kiddos like you and helping you learn and grow and realizing that you can go bigger and not go home. That saying, you want to be able to keep going and furthering your career. So I only hope for the best in the future for y'all. So what I want you to do on your project today, give me a second to pull it up. So what I asked you to do today is do a little research over the college that you may want to attend or the vocational school. So vocational, I've mentioned before on Wednesday, was that trade school. You're going to school to become something right after. So my husband, for example, he went to culinary school and he got a chef degree, basically. So he went and found out how to prepare and cook and become something in the food industry. So now he works for Chicken Express and uses that degree in that aspect. So I want you to go and find and answer these questions for me. I asked you to submit a video. If you can't submit a video, it says you can write it. But I want you to do some research. Don't just answer this question with I want to be this and because I this and blah blah blah. I want you to go look at the colleges. I want you to see how you can become that thing that you want to become. Don't just keep it simple. I want you to elaborate. So please elaborate. If you want to become an FBI agent, somebody said that. Well, What kind of degree do you need to have? What kind of college could you go to? What might you get paid when you get that job? So fill me in on some information, okay? So don't just give me the bare minimum. I want you to dig deep on it. And then I asked you to, excuse me, I asked you to complete a Holt McDougall quiz. Now, I haven't looked on today, but I will shortly to see how many people have done that. I believe today and yesterday you needed to do Holt McDougall activities. So make sure you're getting on there and getting that complete. It should all be done by Sunday. Anything after Sunday is counted off points for being late. So make sure you're getting that done. Let me know what questions you have.